are Grape Escapades. I'm Alicia.
I'm Deb.
I'm Taleah.
So, Deb, what are we doing today?
Today we are doing Cabernet Sauvignons. And it's something that's very easy to remember, the name. It's very recognizable. An easy grape to grow anywhere. It's an easy red wine.
All right, so we are going to be taste testing cabs tonight, and because it is Alicia's favorite, I wanted us to do a blind tasting. So that means we are going to be covering up the labels of all of our wines, and we're going to taste them and critique them just on the taste and the flavor and the look of them in the glass without knowing where they came from or how much they cost. So I want to really see if that psychology of it really plays into things. So one of the things that's very typical, and the tastes are very typical of the Cabernet Sauvignon, is that it's a very dense, very heavy-bodied, full-bodied wine. You're going to have a lot of tannins in that wine. Depending on where it's grown, you can get flavors like vegetables, jam, peppers, spice. Eucalyptus. So it really depends on where your wine was grown for some of those more complex flavors. But across the board, wherever it comes from, those are the flavors that you're going to get.
We're not only going to taste the wine, but we're going to talk a little about food pairing. So we're going to show you what we're pairing today. So the first one is right over here. We're going to have roast beef with it. Cabs are wonderful with meat. Think salty flavors. Anything on the grill is really good because it has that scorchy, burned flavor a little bit. So the other thing we have is dark chocolate right here. Dark chocolate is the universal red wine pairing. It will literally go with pretty much every single red wine out there. The other pairing we have today is actually a dessert. So not just chocolate by the bar, but having a chocolate cookie. Actually make the red wines make a great pairing with chocolate desserts. So we figured cookies were the perfect pairing today.
All right, so we're going to be starting with our first wine number 1. It is in the green Christmas wrapping, if you are taking notes.
Ooh. And it is red. Okay, I got that one.
So this is our first one for our Cabernet Sauvignon tonight.
Seriously, I'm really feeling very happy that I did not put all of my Christmas wrapping paper away. Yes, I realize it's March.
Wonderful.
Don't judge me.
Smells really good.
Okay, so we gotta go through a normal tasting, right?
Yep.
So the first thing is to look at the color. Hey, look, it's red. This one has almost like a brick hue to it. It's definitely like there's not really a burgundy color to me.
Yeah, it's very true red.
Yes. The body on the side of the glass, maybe medium.
Yeah, it doesn't cling super long for a red wine.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising.
I would say a medium.
Okay. I have a little bit of sediment almost in there. It's a little bit kind of murky, but sediment is totally normal in a red wine. Okay. Do not freak out if you see sediment in a wine. It's a good thing. The smell is kind of...
Am I smelling pepper?
So,
I'm getting pepper. I'm getting...
a little bit.
It reminds me of Twizzlers. It has a little bit of a cherry berry kind of smell.
Yeah, it's very oaky. I get a lot of the oak.
Kind of muted. It's not really strong. Like normally when I expect to drink it or smell a cab, I expect like a really strong smell. This is just a little bit
softer, maybe.
Softer, yeah.
So when I twirl it, I smell more of that cherry.
I get a lot more cherry tart almost
to the cherry flavor.
Doesn't smell too bad. I'm really nervous. Is that bad? I've never been nervous this type of wine. It's mostly because you guys know what's going on and I have no idea.
All right, so we're going to get your opinion first, because you are our resident guru.
This is scary. I don't have any idea which one's which.
I know.
And I even help wrap them.
It's fun. Well, good. It helps you approach the wine a little more objectively, because if you don't know what it looks like, or you don't know where it came from, or the price point, anything like that, you actually are looking at the wine just at the wine without any of those preconceived notions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the flavor on this one, it's still kind of muted to me. It doesn't have a super strong flavor. Mm-hmm. It clears away almost watery. Like I get almost like a... Okay, so like Aquafina, you know how it kind of coats your tongue a little bit as you're finishing it? It reminds me of that finishing. It doesn't have a super strong flavor.
So this would be almost more like, I would call this almost a light-bodied wine.
Yeah.
It's
not, very light.
It's not very, very heavy. It's not, my mouth doesn't know that I've had it.
Yeah. It's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it has kind of an artificial flavor to me. Not in that it's not a real wine, but it has this almost sweet profile that I don't expect in a cab. And that's a lot from that fruit, like a faux fruit flavor.
Yeah, it is really surprising how light it is for something that's supposed to be heavy. It's traditionally known as a heavier wine. It is much more berry.
Okay. Should we try it with a snack?
I think
Mostly,
so.
I'm really, really hungry, guys.
How about we try it with the roast beef?
Yes, let's.
So it's really good. You can put cheese sticks in the middle of that, or fancy cheese if you're fancy people.
Or, you know, just a Kraft single goes pretty good in it too. Just saying.
Because they're already sliced.
Just makes it easy.
A Swiss. Some kind of white one.
So I think that mutes it even more.
Yeah, it's like I can't even taste it. The salt totally blocks any of the flavor, and like I get the lingering alcohol tang at the back of my throat, but I don't have any flavor at all to it.
I'm disappointed. Well, I won't be if it's the cheap one. If it's the expensive one, I'm going to be really disappointed.
There you go. We're doing the research for you, folks.
Now, I would say though that this would be a pretty good wine for somebody who's just getting into reds. It's got quite a bit of fruit in there. It does not have a super strong, peppery, earthy flavor.
I'm going to eat that more later.
It doesn't have like this. It doesn't have the what I'd expect to be a cab. You can call it whatever you want. You can call it a cab all you want, but it doesn't taste like a cab to me.
Yeah.
It would be a great
like a red
maybe
blend, almost like a red blend.
Definitely.
So,
how is it with chocolate, Deb? You have to tell me. Mostly because I can't reach over the plate, so I'm just gonna have to eat this. I could probably finish a bottle.
Easily.
How is it with the chocolate? Is it good?
It tastes like nothing.
Nothing, huh?
That's kind of disappointing. So, I mean, it's a sipper then. Like, for us, it would be have a glass, and that's what you're having for your snack, is a glass of wine. Versus,
Right. You wouldn't have to eat it with something.
Right. Doesn't need a pairing. Which also means, like, I would grab a cab to have with a meal. Like, it's one of my favorite ones to grab as a meal drink. So I'd be really disappointed. Like, if I had a really good steak and I had this wine, I'd be really disappointed that it didn't have the flavor that I was hoping for.
It wouldn't stand up to a really nice steak or something off of the grill. You'd really lose the flavor.
Yeah. So, I mean, let's call it a 1 to 10 scale. 1, you hate it. 10, you love it. You have to have more.
I think I'm gonna go with a 3 for me. If I'm looking at it as a cab, I don't see it as a cab. If you put it as a red blend, I think it could be higher. But comparing to what I know of cabs, it's not impressive.
What about you, Deb?
Well, I didn't mind it for a wine, so I would give it 5. But like you said, it's not for a cab. It would be low.
Yeah, I definitely rate it low as a cab. I'd call it a 3, maybe a 2. If you told me it was a red blend, I'd probably believe you. It has that much of like a fruit profile where I want my cabs to be thick and earthy and smoky, and this just doesn't have it.
Yeah. All right, well, let's try
on
number
to
2.
the next one.
All right, so we're going to be trying wine number 2. This is our red plaid Christmas wine.
With snowflakes.
With snowflakes.
I just got back from Florida, and there is like hardly any snow here. I'm so happy, and it was sunny all day today.
It was, but now, are you leaving anytime soon? Because I'm afraid you're going to take it with you.
Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, we're
But
going to lose
it's
it.
going to be nice for the next couple of days.
All right, so let's take a look. So let's take a look at this one. Compared to the first one, this is a lot darker.
And you can't really even see through it like you could with the last one. And it's got a purple hue almost to it, like a garnet.
Yeah, this one's definitely darker. Definitely more opaque.
The body is much fuller. I get some more legs in the glass.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm still getting a little bit of sediment, but again, that's okay. It's okay to have sediment. I'm going to repeat that every time I see it.
That's
I
okay.
swear to God.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, this definitely, when you're looking at the body of the wine, you're looking at how the wine clings to the side of the glass after you tip it and bring it straight back up again. So it is definitely heavier body than the last one that we tried.
The bouquet on it is more peppery, so I definitely get more pepper, a little bit more earth. It almost has I hate to say it, an artificial smell to this one that I can't quite put my finger on. It kind of reminds me of like a burning plastic smell.
It almost smells a little bit like the cleaner that you use.
like when you're like scrubbing stuff down, like a Clorox wipe.
Yeah, kind of.
So it's got that.
Astringent.
That's a great word for it.
Industrial.
Industrial.
Yes,
So,
an industrial smell.
Yeah.
but yeah, you don't really smell any fruits or anything like
jammy.
that. So definitely
Okay, so
separated.
based on the smell and you calling it Clorox, I'm kind of afraid because when I came upstairs, like the bottles were were getting open, so I'm a little scared about what I'm drinking right now.
So this one's definitely heavier body.
Very. I mean, my tongue dried right out.
Well, that was pretty. Okay, I'm gonna try it one more time and try to be a little more open-minded.
Right. So what I'm going to tell you guys is that we opened these bottles probably about 15 to 20 minutes ago. Red wine really does need air to breathe, and we're going to shoot a video soon talking about some more specifics and stuff. So, good chance this wine will continue to get better.
God, I hope so.
With a little bit of air. Swirl it a little bit more. Get a little more air to it. But when you taste this one, there really is no berry flavor. That's very, very earthy. Very much, you have a black pepper and the spices that go to it.
Now the tannins are really pronounced, so I feel like my mouth feels really, really dry. Mm-hmm. Now I realize that cabs have a really high tannin, so I mean I'd expect some of that, but this is almost like I can't feel my tongue drying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Comparing it to the last one that we had that was so mild and so just soft, it definitely is a complete
huge difference.
Complete difference.
I hoping to God it's so much better with chocolate.
I'm thinking that it might make a difference where those grapes were grown. Maybe
it could be. It could be. When we open it up, we're gonna have to take a look and see because
that will be.
I'm losing that chocolate.
Oh. It was okay with the roast beef, too. It didn't
got
disappear.
better?
It didn't disappear like the other one did.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really afraid to drink this one again. It has a fake makeup smell. You know, like the little kid makeup? Does that make any sense at all to anybody that does not have kids? Like a little kid, like my first makeup set that has the neon pink blush and it has a particular smell. And you know exactly what it is as soon as you find it. But it has that artificial chemical smell and taste, and especially in the taste. That Clorox wipe example, I feel like my tongue just got cleaned by a Clorox wipe.
I like it with the chocolate. I think the chocolate makes it a little bit softer and almost brings a little bit of that berry. It cuts that pepper and that spice out just a little bit.
Just so.
All I get is the bite with the chocolate. I just get that really astringent bite. I feel like I don't get any more fruit to it. But I mean, it does feel like a cab. It doesn't feel like it's not a cab that I enjoy, but it definitely I wouldn't even remotely call this a blend. To me, this is what I would expect.
Much more traditional profile for a
crappy cab. To me, sorry, I probably can't say that yet because we haven't voted.
Why don't you go first?
Hold on, I'll go first. So I would rate this on a cab scale. I would probably call this a 3 or 4.
Okay.
Because it does have the profile that I'd expect. It has a really strong flavor. It has the body that I expect. It has that, but the astringent quality, I feel like, even though it's partially aerated, even with the spinning, it still just doesn't have a robust flavor. It just has this drying feeling. Although we haven't tried it with a cookie, so...
Should we try it with a cookie?
I think maybe, okay. I mean, maybe it'll salvage it, and mostly I just really want to...
They are really good, so Tate's Bake Shop. It's gluten-free cookies. They're amazing and wonderful, and they did not pay me to say that. I just love them, and...
Although we'll be tagging you, and we do expect a refund. Just saying.
I eat them like they're going out of style.
So
where do you get them?
You can get them in the grocery store. Usually it's in the gluten-free aisle.
Oh. They really don't want to come out. They want to stay with their friends.
They're really good. There are like these crispy little chocolate cookies. So good.
Ooh. Well, they don't really remind me of like gluten-free cookies.
No,
every gluten-free cookie I've ever had is awful.
They taste like real cookies, people. Real
amazing.
I'm very impressed.
I have a friend who's gluten-free for Lent. Mel.
So
here you go.
Still no. For the love
Still
of God,
no.
no. All right, so I'm gonna vote.
Okay, you go yours.
From a cab perspective, I'd call it a 4.
All right.
I think it has that flavor, but I would never buy this one. I'm not gonna lie. I would probably never pick this up at the store again.
Okay. What do you think?
I liked the other one better. Not as a cab.
But you're usually more of a white wine drinker, though, right?
Well, I'm more of a sweet wine.
Sweet wine drinker. Okay, so.
Yeah, but I compared to, I've had some really good cabs.
Sure.
So
I would not call this a favorite. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, for me, I'm gonna say that it's probably a 4.5 because I'm gonna split the scale a little bit.
Come on now.
Because I think it is more of a traditional cab than what we've tried before.
Yes.
And then also, I like the pepper. I like the pepper flavor. Now, if we had done this with a steak or with something on the grill, barbecue chicken or something, I think it might have presented better because of those flavor profiles. So I give it
was better with the.
I give it a chance. I give it a chance.
beef,
I would probably drink it again, and I would try a different food pairing with it. So.
All right, should we drink bottle 3?
Bottle 3.
Bottle 3, here we go.
Coming up.
Now that I've gotten confused on which bottles we've already drank, clearly I haven't been drinking enough because I
Bottle
can't keep
3.
track anymore.
Snowflake bottle. So this is yet another cab.
You know, there is nothing better than that glug 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 sound of a wine bottle being poured.
I know. It's pretty. You can watch it all day. So.
Or listen to it or drink it or something. You can all day with this, I tell you.
All right, so this one's
Wouldn't
even
last
darker
all
than the
day.
last one. If you're looking at the color of it, this one is more red, less garnet.
Completely opaque.
Completely opaque, absolutely.
But legs. Damn, she's got some good legs.
For days.
Oh,
This
beautiful.
is definitely a heavy bodied wine.
Oh my god, the berry smell.
So yeah, this one's a lot stronger.
Oh my god, I can just curl up with this with a blanket. That's all I need.
Do we need
Guys, you're gonna
pause
have to
it
give
so
me a
that you
minute. You're gonna need to
Go
give
get
me
your
a minute.
blanket.
Go get your blanket.
Got a fireplace.
Right? This is like my curl up
Okay, well,
in front of a
drink it. Drink
Sorry.
it. Get distracted. So this one to me is the most fruit forward of the three.
Sorry.
Keep going. She's gonna take a minute, and I'm gonna knock your wine over. So
I got a hold of it.
this is-
Good.
Yeah, so this one is definitely the most fruit forward of any of the ones that we've tried so far. You've got a bit of that peppery, a bit of that spice, but you get lots of the red fruit, the black fruits, very jammy.
It has a really intense flavor profile, but I still get that peppery, that earthy, a little bit of oaky, but it's not over the top. So you still get a ton of flavor that doesn't get blocked by the tannins. Like this has been out as long as the other ones,
Right.
and this one has been pretty smooth. Like I would not call this fully aerated, but I would still say that this would be great unaerated
Sure.
with a steak. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by just how the flavors they're all kind of complementary. It's not anyone that's bashing the others.
No,
No,
they're
no.
not. They're not fighting.
They're not fighting in the bottle.
for first. They're
Right,
not
Okay, I
fighting
have
like
to try
the kids.
Right. Oh my gosh. All right, I gotta try some.
All right.
With this one.
All right.
This is a wine that I would want to have a steak outside with all my children.
And you want to take your time with this one.
Mm-hmm. Just sip it.
Like the first one, I would have just drank, you know.
Mhm.
And I'm learning not to just drink wine. I want to appreciate wine.
Oh,
Oh,
my mother of God.
That's really,
Oh my God.
really good.
Oh my
Seriously,
God.
I'm gonna need a minute. You just gotta not talk to me for a second.
So this
Trying to
one
hold
here,
it together over here, okay?
if you couldn't tell, it pairs really, really well with the roast beef that we're having. It really brings out the berry
I think it would
flavors.
pair really well with a shoe. Like it's really, really good.
So yeah, this one is very, very impressive.
I like holding this one in my mouth.
Okay, I hope nobody ever takes clips of us doing these because I'm pretty sure
She's gonna have a
we
private
have
moment.
really, really inappropriate videos.
We like our wine, people.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I love it.
So I'm gonna rate this one first.
Meaning.
I think this one, for me, gets an 8. It's something that I would definitely buy again. It fits.
We don't have like a 2-ounce pour
it
limit, right?
Fits the
Oh
pour it
my
up.
God.
We have
Sorry.
the cab. You know, it's
was
got that
listening.
cab profile. It is delicious. It was good, even though we hadn't aerated it. It had only been open for a short time. Was good on its own. Has paired. Oh, I didn't eat it with the cookies, so.
She'll come back and let you know if it sucks.
Mhm.
Or she'll just have her own private moment over there.
Really good with the cookie too. the really interesting thing about is that with the roast beef, you get more of the berry flavors and such. With the chocolate, or with the chocolate cookie, I got a lot more of the tannins and the pepper. That kind of brought that to the forefront. So this is absolutely one that when we uncover it, I may go buy a case of it because it is very good, and I was really impressed. I'm really impressed. This is the one that took the cake for me.
Yes.
All right, Deb, what about you?
I would say it is up there. You know, I'd hate to give it a 10, just like I'd hate to give anybody a 0, but because I'm sure there's better. This is really good.
Yeah, it is. Seriously, I think I could eat and drink my weight in these pairings. Like, this is so good just by itself. It does not need to be an extravagant meal. For a cab, I'm kind of in Deb's camp. I don't want to call anything a 10 because I know there's probably a better out there, but this is phenomenal. Like, this would be my 8. This would be my, I'll finish half a bottle and then I'll think about drinking it for breakfast too.
But this would be a really nice wine too to throw into like your stew to deglaze your pan when you're putting your stew together, because it's got that really rich flavor, and that bit of that berry is going to bring a little bit of sweetness.
Actually, Aaron is not, he's not a wine drinker. He really does not like wine. I actually think he might like this one.
Well, we'll have to have him try it.
We'll have to, maybe. Or, you know, maybe not. If he absolutely hates it, then his opinion doesn't really matter, so.
There we go. Yeah, this one by far.
I would call this a Rig Old winner. All right, so when we come back, we are going to, we're going to show you which wines we actually bought.
Yay!
All right, so we are going to open the bottles and reveal the wine pairings that we got. So, number 1, our Christmas tree wine was...
Wait, let's review what we thought of it.
So, sorry. Okay.
So the Christmas tree wine was super fruity, but very, very thin almost.
Yes, red blend-ish.
Red blend-ish. I'd be totally convinced it was a red blend. It was okay.
It was all right.
But it was very, very light.
Not a cab.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Here we go. Actually, we'll just lift it up.
Oh, but it's got a cute
owl!
So I'm bringing 2 wine. I haven't decided which one we're going to taste yet, but the first one, I went to Aldi. If you don't have Aldi in your area, it's amazing. But they have really cheap stuff, which includes wine. This is the Winking Owl wine. It cost me $2.89 for this whole bottle. So I bought a bottle.
So there we go. This is Aldi wine. It was $2.89.
That's what
For a red blend, for an easy intro wine, it absolutely is okay, because for $2.89, it's okay to try it and use the rest to cook with and not drink it.
Yeah.
So
there we go.
And you shopped where?
Here we go. I shopped at Aldi. This is the Aldi brand wine.
This is from California.
Oh, California red.
Okay.
So this would be like this is the equivalent of like a $2 chuck, right? You go to Aldi, you get a $3 bottle of wine or less.
Yes.
And I mean, this is their brand, and this is what everybody raves about. Is the Winking Owl brand, at least around here.
It's good. It's a good place to start.
Right.
It's a good place to start.
Yeah.
Not if you're looking for what a cab tastes like, but for a $3 bottle of wine, it's not bad.
Yeah.
So there we go. Okay, so wine number 2 was our red plaid wine.
And we did not like this one.
We did not like this one as much. No, this one was a lot more peppery, a lot more spicy.
Very drying.
Very, very drying.
And kind of artificial tasting, like like a Clorox wipe. Seriously, like a very acrid taste.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this one is...
Oh!
This one. Hello. It's time again to choose our wine tasting to share with you people. Not just girls, you people, all you people. And I happen to have some, so I decided I would go shopping in my own little wine cellar here and pick mine out. And I'm really going with a favorite of mine, which is Stateroom. It's a 2016, and that is my choice for our wine tasting.
This one is Stateroom. This is from Traveling Vineyard.
I actually kind of feel bad.
Deb sells and markets this wine with the Traveling Vineyard. But this is their Cabernet. Oops. This is their Cabernet Sauvignon from the Western Cape of South Africa.
I'm gonna get fired.
I'm gonna call from the CEO.
So there we go.
I had nothing to do with this.
So actually we ended up rating them the way that they went. So here is the very third one. This is the one that we loved. This is the winner. This is the one Alicia begged me to open first.
Yes,
this one has actually got my favorite cover art on it. Maybe I can get to it. So this one is called.
And then since I was at Aldi, they do have a really interesting wine selection. There's always unique and unusual things. And so I picked out a wine called Outlander, which is really cool. I like the art on this one. $9. So.
Okay, so I go to Aldi because they say, grab wine. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to drink your favorite. We're going to drink cabs. And then I buy wine, and I even bought 2 wines. And then they tell me, well, we don't want to drink your wines. We want to drink our wines. Go figure. So I have 2 wines that I'll just have to sock away, sadly. But I shot that Aldi video for nothing. So just for comparison, this is what my face should look like in a normal video.
Outlander.
Out the front goddamn door. Okay,
No.
I went shopping, guys. I went shopping, and then they told me that they didn't need any of the wine that I bought. I am not kidding.
Good. Well, we can drink.
We can drink more wine.
Guys, I am not
bottles.
kidding. So I go out and I go buy Winking Owl.
Oh my
gosh. Right? And I'm like, oh, it'll be so fun. We'll put in a $3 bottle of wine. We'll never know. It'll be great. It'll be so much fun to drink a really crappy bottle that turned out pretty smooth, right?
Not bad.
And then I'm like, oh, I can't just buy a $3 bottle. I have to buy
An $8.99.
an $8.99 bottle of the exact same freaking wine. On the plus side, you all can finish that. This bitch is mine. She's gonna be guarded over here.
All right, so Outlander. This is the Cabernet Sauvignon from Paso Robles. This was $8.99 at Aldi. Clearly great wines, think alike. And good, because now you and I have a bottle to share for ourselves.
Because I'm not sharing.
That's our third bottle. This is the one that we recommended the highest. So it ended up kind of ranking in the order. You can tell by how much we drank out of each bottle. Although you can't probably see it as much, but this one's like halfway gone. Down here.
Where it's going to be lit.
That is
Absolutely.
very surprising to me.
Surprising. So it's really neat to do a tasting blind, and I absolutely recommend it because it made you challenge what you thought you knew, and because you brought the one and I brought the other 2, and so it made you challenge about what you thought you knew about your wine, and just solely tasting it based on the stuff. But the cover art on our favorite is probably my favorite. It's like this cowboy in the woods and the mist and stuff. So
now I will also say this is really a really interesting activity because we talk a lot about how wines change and how wines are very different depending on where they're grown, when they're grown, and how they've been processed. So all of these are the exact same grape. They're all grown in different places. They're all grown completely different, and they're completely different wines. Like honestly, a couple of these I wouldn't even believe you if you said they were the same wines.
right.
If I didn't know, for instance, that this was a cab, I would not have called it one. But this one, I could have said was a cab, and I really just didn't like it. Very, very interesting.
So thanks so much, everybody, for joining us. We really appreciate it. You can check out our other videos. And if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe to our channel. You can also catch us on Facebook at facebook.com/Grape Escapades. We do lots of fun stuff, lots of wine sharing things. If you're local to Michigan, we're leading a wine tour, which is super fun. You can come drink wine with us in person. So
God help Traverse City is all I can say.
yes.
It's gonna be a fun ride.
I say God help the people that are coming because they get you guys.
It's gonna be absolutely great. So
It is.
Thanks so much for watching us, and we really appreciate it. And we'll catch you in the next video.
See you next time.